I would like to present SUMFOAM. SUMFOAM is an innovative advanced material based on a polymer nanofoamed, which is characterized by an excellent thermal insulation performance. Company behind is SUMTEQ, founded in 2014 as a spin-off of University of Cologne. And together with our stakeholders, investors and partners, we have a vision to realize a new generation of insulation, Dämmung 4.0. So against the background that the thermal insulation performance can only be improved by thicker layers of insulation, industry and science is looking for more efficient materials since decades. In this context, Alexander and Roland, co-founders and inventor of SUMFOAM, developed this material during their PhD studies at the university. And nanofoam means at the end that the pore size is factor 1,000 smaller compared to common foams. As you can see, that's a picture of a common foam, styropor, and that's in the same magnification a picture of SUMFOAM, and you see the pore size is limited to factor 1,000. And you can see a homogeneous surface, which means that due to small pores, we have an excellent thermal insulation property. Furthermore, the technology behind is sustainable technology using climate-friendly CO2 compared to other insulation materials. And for sure, the IP is protected by several patents and all owned by SUMTEQ. The technology is based on a three-step production process, combining long-term established production methods, such as in the first step polymerization, then the foaming process, where the CO2 foaming technology is used, and at the end the customization via molding and shaping. And together with already existing infrastructure and tool manufacturer, we were able to have an easy way to scale up this technology. That means that we showed and that we transferred the technology to industrial conditions. And as already mentioned, we have an extremely maximized ecological benefit due to the fact that the material part-wise can be recycled within the production process. It can also be recycled at the end as output. If you don't need it anymore, it can be shredded and used for other applications except insulation. And due to the fact that we are using CO2 foaming, we have an excellent GWP index compared to other common insulation materials. Major focus is set on insulation applications, so we provide a huge range of applications. On the one hand, our material can be used as core materials for so-called vacuum insulation panels. On the other hand, it can also be used for or as standalone material for alternative classic insulation applications. And it can be used everywhere where slim and highly efficient insulation is needed, such as special facade insulation around the windows, or everything about or around cooling topics. And it's also possible to make use of it as an insulator for e-mobility or batteries. On the other hand, Alexander and Roland started to invent a new insulation material. On the way to this, they discovered additional unique properties of the material. So the material can also be used for technical applications. So it was shown that the material is also an excellent absorber. It can also be used as an oil absorber, or it can be used as a composite material for coatings or lightweight construction. But coming back to the insulation, so we are moving within an attractive, big and fast-growing market, which is expected to be doubled within the next 5 to 6 years. And our first step will be to enter the market via the high-performance insulation segment, which is already accounting for almost 50% of the total insulation market. And in the long term, we are also convinced to enter and to compete with conventional foams by using economies of scale. So our target is to establish within the next 2 years our own value chain, own production capacities, and together with partners from industry and technology, we developed a structured concept which will be rolled out once we have finished our financing round during this year. And in the long term, the target is then to extend the business model also to a licensing model comparable to the already existing foam business models, and what will be a very interesting and attractive lever to scale up our business model in the future. So SUMFOAM is an innovation with multiple positive environmental impacts, having a sustainable technology using climate-friendly CO2. We have a high recycling capability of our material. We have an excellent GWP index compared to other insulation materials. We have a low specific energy demand in terms of the production process in comparison to other materials. And we have applications protecting the environment, such as the oil binders, or saving energy, having a better insulation as others.
Okay.
So, thank you very much.